Alright, what's up guys? This is Ryan from Elevate Security, and this video should be pretty quick, pretty brief here, but this is something that I sort of know how to do because I've been doing this and using Burp for a while. But for those of you that are new out here, this might be a little bit foreign to you, something that might hold you up for a little bit. So I wanted to make a video on this, and this is how to set up your SSL certificate for Burp Suite and Firefox. But if you're using Chrome, it's pretty similar. You could Google it. There's not much difference there. But I wanted to explain to you how we can get this CA Cert set up so that Burp will run properly when you visit a page that it uses SSL, like HTTPS or something like that. So let me just show you what it looks like if you don't have it set up, because right now this is a pretty fresh install of Kali Linux and I haven't set this up yet. So when I go to an HTTPS site, say for example, say figma.com, right? I'm going to be met with this page here because we haven't added the PortSwigger certificate to our list of approved certificates. It's going to say, hey, this is not a trusted connection, right? And we could still visit it if we go to advanced, accept risk, and continue. But as you see, then it pops up with another one, warning, potential security issue or whatever, right? And this is going to keep happening. This is going to keep coming up, and we're going to have to keep clicking through. Now, eventually we can get on here, but the ideal way is just to add the Burp certificate to your list of approved certificates so that we don't have this issue, right? So the way that we do that is if we type in HTTP Burp Suite, we can get to this page right here, right? Now, I will say, in order to get to this page, we have to have Burp Suite running. In this case, I already started up. It's running, and I'm connected here. If we're not connected, if we're not routing our traffic through here, when I go here, it's not really going to come up with anything, right? So I need to have my Burp proxying, and then by going here, I can access this page. Now, from here, what I want to do is click where it says CA certificate, and I'm going to want to save that file onto my system. All right. So now what we can do is we can go to, I believe, preferences, and I believe under options or view certificates or something like that. Let's see where it is here. Yes, privacy and security is where you want to go on the sidebar here first. And then from here, we can go to where we can actually see the certificates. I think that should be a section here. Yeah, certificates, and then we want to view certificates. So these are all of our approved certificates here when we visit SSL pages. And, you know, by default, they've added quite a bit. Now, we're going to import our own, which is the one we just saved here. By default, it should save to your downloads under this name here, cacert.der. So once we import that, we can go ahead and tell it to trust it to identify websites and hit OK, and OK again. Now, I think what we need to do is actually, in order to get this to apply properly, we need to refresh our Firefox. So close out of your current session and reopen it, because I believe from here it should still give us that warning if we say try to go back to figma.com again. Maybe not though. Okay, no, it did apply right away, but I've had experiences in the past where I needed to actually refresh my Firefox, or maybe it was Chrome that worked that way. I'd refresh my browser, close out all the windows and reopen it, and then it worked. But in this case, that was enough to get this going. So now this will no longer be an issue. This was just a short video on how to get your CA Cert up and running with the Firefox browser, because that's like the default on Kali Linux. So it should apply to most people. I figured I'd make a video on this. But doing it the Chrome way isn't much different, isn't much more difficult. If you're using Chrome, I would just Google, for example, let's see, install CA Cert Burp Chrome or something like that. And then, installing Burp CA certificate in Chrome. And this is from the PortSwigger site, and you can go through this instructional guide here. Same thing, if it's on a Mac, you got to do it a little bit different as well. You add it to the keychain. But it's really not too complicated. You could Google that pretty easily, and it's going to be pretty similar to the process that I walked you guys through here. So I hope this short video was of value to any of you guys who might have been hung up on this part, or maybe you've experienced this in the past and you didn't know there was a way to get around all those pop-ups of like, oh yeah, this is not a secure connection or whatever. All you have to do is install the Burp CA Cert, and you're good to go. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video where, as promised, we will be diving in more into these web applications and really looking at a lot of the common vulnerabilities there that you're sure to encounter on the OSCP and beyond. So I will see you guys in the next video.